Cary Grant, timeless elegance, unshakable charm, and that million-dollar smile. To the world, he was the epitome of sophistication, the leading man of a golden Hollywood era. But behind the polished exterior was a complex, deeply troubled man who fought to keep the real Archibald Leach hidden from public view. Imagine a man who once said, "Everyone wants to be Cary Grant. Even I want to be Cary Grant." That paradox is what we'll uncover today on Beyond the Fame. As we strip away the layers of his carefully crafted persona, we'll reveal the secrets, struggles, and lesser-known facts that made Cary Grant not just a star, but an enigma that Hollywood could never fully understand. Stay with us until the end of the video, where we'll dive into the hidden truths that shaped the legend of Cary Grant in ways you never imagined. You won't want to miss the surprising revelations about the man behind the myth. Before Cary Grant lit up the screens, he was simply Archibald Alexander Leach, born in the working-class streets of Bristol, England in 1904. His early life was far from glamorous. Growing up in a household marked by his father's absence and his mother Elsie's severe mental health struggles, Archie's childhood was overshadowed by tragedy. His world crumbled when he was 9 years old. His father secretly placed his mother in a mental institution, telling young Archie she had died. For decades, he believed his mother was gone, only to discover much later that she was alive. This hidden wound shaped Grant's entire life. His search for stability, love, and acceptance would be tainted by the fear of abandonment and betrayal. It's said that this childhood trauma drove him to create the suave, controlled image of Cary Grant, a defense mechanism against a world that had once let him down. Leaving his past in Bristol behind, Archie Leech joined a troupe of acrobats called the Pender Troupe. His physical comedy and charisma made him a natural performer, and in 1920 he set sail for America. But transforming into Cary Grant was more than just a change in scenery. It was a complete reinvention. Hollywood in the 1930s was a place of dreams and illusions, and Archie knew that to survive, he had to become someone else entirely. Paramount Pictures gave him a list of stage names, and he chose Cary Grant. With this new identity came a new demeanor, a suave, debonair leading man who seemed born to grace the silver screen. He trained tirelessly to lose his British accent, adopt a transatlantic tone, and mold his personality to fit the persona of a Hollywood icon. His breakthrough came with roles in films like Blonde Venus and She Done Him Wrong. His ability to seamlessly blend sophistication with a touch of humor set him apart in a film industry hungry for new stars. Yet despite his rising fame, Grant's journey was just beginning, as the lines between Archibald Leach and Cary Grant started to blur. Despite his success, Cary Grant was haunted by an unshakable insecurity, a fear that the polished image he had built might crumble at any moment. This internal struggle between his true self, Archie Leach, and the Hollywood version of Cary Grant led to bouts of depression and self-doubt. To many, he seemed to have it all, but inside, he grappled with a profound sense of isolation. Grant turned to psychotherapy to confront these demons. In the 1950s, he famously experimented with LSD therapy, a radical treatment for the time, which he claimed helped him come to terms with his traumatic past and the duality of his existence. He later spoke of these sessions as life-changing, describing them as a way to finally see the world through clear eyes. Cary Grant's romantic life was tumultuous, marked by 5 marriages that each ended in divorce. Despite his on-screen charisma and romantic allure, his real-life relationships were often fraught with challenges. Grant married Virginia Sherrill, Barbara Hutton, Betsy Drake, Diane Cannon, and Barbara Harris. Each marriage reflected different phases of his life and the ongoing battle between his public persona and private insecurities. Cary Grant's first marriage to actress Virginia Sherrill was brief and ended in a storm of controversy. The couple's union was marked by disagreements and allegations of emotional volatility. Sherrill filed for divorce, citing Grant's unpredictable temper as the main reason. While Grant vehemently denied these claims, the scandal put his personal life under a microscope, revealing a side of him that fans hadn't seen before. After the divorce, Grant's reputation as a gentleman came into question, but he maintained a dignified silence on the matter. Years later, he would often reflect on his marriages with a sense of regret, hinting that his quest for perfection might have been his downfall. Grant's second marriage to heiress Barbara Hutton was the subject of intense media scrutiny. Hutton, one of the wealthiest women in the world, was often portrayed as a tragic figure due to her troubled life and failed marriages. Their relationship sparked rumors that Grant had married Hutton for her fortune, a claim he staunchly denied. He insisted that he never touched a penny of her money, seeking to distance himself from the idea of being a gold digger. Friends of the couple suggested that their marriage was based more on companionship than passion. Despite the public's perception, Grant remained loyal to Hutton during her personal struggles, supporting her in times of emotional distress. The marriage eventually ended amicably, and they remained friends long after their divorce, a testament to the genuine connection they shared beyond the spotlight. Betsy Drake, Grant's third wife, was perhaps the most influential person in his life. Unlike his previous marriages, his relationship with Drake was grounded in mutual respect and a deep intellectual connection. She was instrumental in introducing Grant to psychotherapy and later LSD therapy, which he claimed helped him explore his inner turmoil. Drake's influence on Grant's life went beyond their marriage, as she remained a close confidant even after they separated. Cary often credited her with helping him face his personal demons, describing their bond as transformative. Their relationship showed a different side of Grant, one that was willing to confront his vulnerabilities and grow from them. The marriage to Diane Cannon was one of Cary Grant's most passionate yet turbulent relationships. Cannon was significantly younger than Grant, which led to clashes rooted in generational differences and contrasting life goals. The couple had a daughter, Jennifer, who became the center of a bitter custody battle following their divorce. Cannon later described her marriage to Grant as a roller coaster, full of highs and lows that often left her emotionally drained. She revealed in interviews that despite his charm and sophistication, Grant was controlling and difficult to please, driven by his insecurities and need for perfection. The public was shocked by her revelations, which painted a more human and flawed picture of the seemingly flawless Cary Grant. Grant's final marriage to Barbara Harris, a British hotel public relations director, was a surprising yet heartwarming chapter in his life. Though he was in his 70s when they married, Harris brought a sense of stability and calm to his later years. Their relationship was free from the scandals and controversies that had plagued his earlier marriages. Harris stayed by Grant's side until his death in 1986, marking a period in his life where he found a sense of peace and acceptance. She often spoke fondly of Grant's tender side, emphasizing that he was more loving and genuine than his public persona suggested. One of the most enduring and debated aspects of Cary Grant's personal life was his relationship with actor Randolph Scott. The two men shared a home in Malibu for over a decade, a living arrangement that sparked rumors about the nature of their bond. Photos of Grant and Scott lounging together by the pool, often referred to as Bachelor Hall, fed into the speculation that their friendship might have been more than just platonic. During the 1930s and 1940s, Hollywood operated under a strict moral code that made it nearly impossible for celebrities to openly discuss or explore non-heteronormative relationships. Despite the strictures of the era, the close relationship between Grant and Scott led to whispers within Hollywood circles. Friends, colleagues, and even the media hinted at the possibility of a romantic connection, though such claims were never directly addressed by either man. In later years, some of their contemporaries suggested that Grant and Scott shared a deep affection that was ahead of its time. Grant's daughter, Jennifer, has been quoted saying, "Dad somewhat enjoyed being called gay. He said it made women want to prove that they could convert him." This statement reflects Grant's playful nature, but also highlights the complicated reality of living with such rumors. Randolph Scott's own family and friends have been more guarded about their relationship. However, Scott's unwavering support for Grant, through his marriages and their lifelong friendship, suggests a bond that transcended societal norms of their time. Cary Grant's romantic relationships, both confirmed and rumored, paint a picture of a man who was never truly at ease with himself. His multiple marriages were perhaps a desperate search for the unconditional love and security he never found in his childhood. The speculation about his relationship with Randolph Scott added a layer of mystery that only deepened his allure as an icon. In many ways, Cary Grant's personal life was as complex and layered as the characters he portrayed on screen. The contrast between his polished public image and his private struggles makes his story not just one of stardom, but of humanity. A man in search of his own truth amid the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. His life reminds us that even the brightest stars have their shadows, and sometimes the most fascinating stories lie just beneath the surface. Cary Grant's filmography reads like a catalog of Hollywood's greatest hits. His roles in Alfred Hitchcock's masterpieces like North by Northwest and To Catch a Thief showcased his versatility, blending danger with a wink of charm that left audiences captivated. His comedic genius came alive in screwball classics like Bringing Up Baby and His Girl Friday, where his timing and effortless delivery cemented his place as a master of comedy. Grant's influence extended far beyond the screen. He set a standard that actors like George Clooney and Hugh Grant would later emulate. He wasn't just performing a role, he was creating a character that redefined masculinity, sophisticated yet approachable, charming yet real. At the height of his career, when most actors would cling to their fame, Cary Grant walked away from the limelight. In 1966, he chose to retire, not to escape Hollywood, but to embrace a life he had never truly known. He wanted to be present for his daughter, Jennifer, and to experience the simple joys that Archibald Leach, the boy from Bristol, had always longed for. Post-retirement, Grant transformed from a film legend into a savvy businessman. He served on the board of major corporations, applying the same dedication and poise he had on screen to his ventures in the corporate world. His decision to step away at the peak of his fame revealed a man who valued his own peace of mind over the allure of Hollywood's eternal spotlight. Cary Grant's legacy is far more than just a collection of classic films. It's a blueprint for how to live life on your own terms. His style, wit, and grace became the gold standard for Hollywood leading men. Today's actors, from Clooney to Brad Pitt, credit Cary Grant with inspiring their own journeys to blend charisma with vulnerability. More importantly, Cary Grant redefined what it meant to be a man in Hollywood. He showed that strength could be coupled with sensitivity, that sophistication could include a hint of self-doubt, and that sometimes the most powerful thing you could do was walk away from the spotlight. Peeling back the layers of Cary Grant's life reveals a man who was not just a Hollywood icon, but a complex individual battling his own demons. The transformation from Archibald Leach to Cary Grant was more than a career move. It was a journey toward self-acceptance. Grant's story is a reminder that even those who seem to have it all can struggle beneath the surface. It's a testament to the power of reinvention, of facing your past, and of living life unapologetically. Cary Grant unmasked himself not for the audience, but for his own peace of mind. As we celebrate Cary Grant's legacy, we honor not just the actor, but the man who dared to dream beyond his circumstances. His journey from a troubled boy in Bristol to Hollywood's most beloved leading man is a story of reinvention, resilience, and self-acceptance. Cary Grant's tale isn't just about stardom. It's a powerful reminder of the courage it takes to live authentically. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe to Beyond the Fame for more fascinating insights into Hollywood's legends.